I'm Professor Rajesh Chandra, the Vice Chancellor and President of the University of the South Pacific. And there has been good progress in terms of women accessing tertiary education. I'm not aware of the overall Pacific-wide figures, but in terms of students who come to USP, over 54% of all our students are actually women. And that's a significant improvement in a region where the participation of girls is quite low in education. Again, in relation to USP, what we are finding is that most of our gold medalists and award winners are women. So when you look at the participation, it's reasonable, but when you begin to look at achievement, certainly at the university, the female students are achieving much better. And we also had a look at the figures in the Fiji secondary school system, and that is the same. So I think we can look at it in terms of access and also in terms of actual achievement. In terms of USP's own policies, we have a gender policy that ensures that there is nothing in our policies and practice that militates against the full participation of women. We have a slight shortage of women at the higher academic levels of professors and associate professors. We are trying to do our best within a framework that the standards have to remain common and consistent for all employees. I think in this promoting gender equality in tertiary education, I have to say that the policies adopted by Australia and New Zealand as major scholarship givers have been very crucial, because they have specified that they will award scholarships on a 50-50 parity basis. And that, of course, has been very important in terms of providing women access to and finance to attend tertiary education. Going forward, I think that the challenges are going to be largely at the national level, because as you see, when they come to the regional level to USP, the numbers are quite reasonable. So that will be a main challenge, to see that access and then retention of girls in primary and secondary schools are good at the national level. Another challenge, which is interesting, that as we focus on the actual patterns where women are outperforming, or the girls are outperforming boys, that one shift I think we will need to make about how we perceive gender is to look after the boys. Now, for the Pacific, because of the low levels of participation historically, we have focused on women. But I think as we see this evolving, we will need to make sure that both the genders are being facilitated to have good participation in tertiary education. In employment, I think the big challenge is going to be to ensure common terms, because quite often women don't get the same salaries as the men for doing the same job. So there is a challenge. There is a challenge also to ensure that the promotion opportunities for women are not hindered by the fact that they are women. I think those are the big challenges as we go forward. Insofar as the university is concerned, I think 54–55%. And when we look at the graduation rates, actually in some graduations as high as 60% of all graduates are women. So clearly on the achievement side, very significant progress has been made.